For tonight, but I will open the floor now for comments from our board members. Gentlemen, anything you want to talk about tonight?
At this time.
Yeah, something I would like to bring up is just somewhat of an update on our discussion last meeting about our resolution regarding the hotel tax. Has been it's been a little bit of an update or so. And there's been an article or two in the newspaper about it, and it did, as we know, stay in the budget. The only reason I want to bring that up, not to steal anyone's thunder per se, but I just wanted to mention first that at a recent commissioners meeting for Claremont County, one of the commissioners indicated, which was sent to me by one of our residents, but it is made a part of the minutes. Specifically, Mr. Painter is willing and open to discuss the proposal going forward if it does go proceed, and also has indicated the other commissioners and looking to prepare a letter for review and for signature to be sent to the townships to give assurance that there'll be future meetings and discussions on this topic. And I just want to bring that to as an update to this board and to the members of the public. And certainly appreciate his positive voice and openness and transparency to Commissioner Painter. Not to steal your thunder, but
Mr. Painter
Mr.
is here
Painter's in the
tonight.
audience tonight for the record.
Thank you.
For those that are at home and wondering what I'm talking about. But I appreciate that, and it sounded like that was met with a positive reception from his fellow commissioners, or at least one, maybe both. I wasn't for sure. I wasn't at the meeting, but I'll certainly look for the video of the meeting. And I thought that was a positive note going forward, and seeking collaboration on projects going forward, and specifically this. So I just want to make mention of that.
All right, well, thank you. That's a good update. Certainly appreciate I know a lot of efforts been made to talk about this, and it's nice to see a positive gesture. So thank you.
And I also don't fail to mention Mr. Becker's efforts, because he's in the audience. I'd like to thank him for following up with the resolution and going up to Columbus and discussing that further, which is stayed in the budget, but looks like we're moving on in a positive direction with commissioners and other townships, and hopefully someday we'll put together even a better plan.
Yeah, I think that was the key to the collaboration of getting everybody's input. I think a better plan does exist, so hopefully that'll come about.
So,
anything else?
No.
Okay, great. Appreciate the update. Okay. Then I will open the floor to our residents. Is there anyone here tonight who wants to make a comment to the board? All right. Sir, if you please come up. If you don't mind, state your name and address so we can put it in the record.
My name is Christopher Hicks. I'm from 444 Woodwick Court, Cincinnati, Ohio 45255. I have lived in Union Township for 21 years, and I came here tonight because I wanted to make just a few comments. I also see that Commissioner Painter is here. Hopefully he will potentially read the letter that he read that I found very inspiring at the county commissioners meeting that took place on the 12th. After his remarks on the 12th, I had made some remarks, but before I jump to them, just a couple quick things. I want to compliment you guys. This is the second time I've been to one of these meetings, and it's like inspiring, because I go home and I tell all my neighbors about the new things. I've been telling people that Gordman store, what's going to happen, H.H. Gregg, oh God, hopefully it's just inspiring to hear the things going on, the small businesses moving in, the new development. I just want to take my hat off to you guys and tell you how much I appreciate it. I'm going to try to get my neighbors to come here. I'm going to get 5 or 6 people to come here. I'll bribe them by going to Jungle Gyms after the meeting, okay, and get them to listen, because it's just very informative, very informative, and very inspiring, actually, that so many good things are happening. Second thing before I get to my really important comments is it's my 27th anniversary tonight, so I want to give a shout out to my wife, BJ. Okay, she told me I told her I wanted to come here and I'll take her out for dinner afterwards, because what I'm going to talk about tonight is extremely important. I think it's important. She thinks it's important. Okay, and that is that we have clean, open, transparent governance in this county, in this room, up and down the line, and that we're working together, and that we are working together end to end. Twice I made comments at the Board of County Commissioners. Once after you approved Resolution 2713 on June 22nd, questioning the hotel tax and wanting more information on it. And again, hopefully Mr. Painter will step up here and read his remarks. But what I want to do is, twice I've made remarks there, and just for, I don't know, I'm joking a little bit here, for fun, I'm going to read the remarks that I made on this past, on July 12th at the Board of County Commissioners meeting, because it appears that every time I make remarks, it blows up the video system, and the video isn't online, okay? So I'm going to see so apologies if I break your video system, okay? So these are comments I made after Commissioner Painter read his letter to the county commissioners, on a broader issue. If he reads his letter here tonight, he'll talk about what he talked about. This is what I talked about. And I'll skip the part with who I am. Within my remarks of June 28th, because I talked to him twice, I said, for some time now, Commissioner Ubel, with at least an awareness of the other commissioners, has been involved in a secretive scheme to have our county join the ranks of counties like Hamilton who subsidize professional sports teams. His plan, which is still secret, involves issuing debt through the Port Authority for land in Batavia Township Village in support of FC Cincinnati. It is to be made possible in part by raising the hotel tax across the county, which impacts Miami and Union Townships, where most all of our hotels are located. I'm speaking today, so this was to the commissioners on the 12th. I'm speaking today because my remarks on June 28th were largely hidden from view last time via improper inclusion in the minutes and by the YouTube video of the meeting being lost and shown as deleted. Additionally, the minutes failed to properly note Mr. Ubel saying he holds stock in Intercontinental Hotels Group in response to me reading his written threat to a hotel general manager sent in a note to me, quote, I will likely report him to his management if the 1% does not go through and he will be fired. Today, I will not cover most of what I said on June 28th, although I stand by each word. I do want to reiterate 2 points from those remarks. First, Mr. Ubel's span of control is too much as head of the county commissioners, head of the Republican Party, and a CVB board member. No other county in our area allows such a span of control. Not even one county has a county commissioner on their CVB. Clean governance, especially in a one-party county, must have separation of duties. Mr. Ubel should have one key role, not 3 key roles in our county. If he had only one key role, this plan could not have been hidden from the public. And the other elected officials. And he would not have been able to target me as he did by calling a Claremont County Republican Party Executive Committee meeting about me because I dared to challenge his secret scheme, deceptions, and threats. Second, I am stunned at the poor relationships, maybe with the exception, obviously, of Commissioner Painter, poor relationships and lack of trust between township and county officials, in particular, Mr. Ubel. I am additionally stunned that you, I was referring to them, collectively seem to pay no mind to the hurt and damage. Mr. Ubel still evades the meetings he offered and has the audacity to even say in writing they have not been requested. I know one of you in particular requested a meeting. I'm not going to rest until you get that meeting happens. You seem to disregard, at least in public, the actions of the 2 biggest townships, a letter and a resolution against the process which is secret and corrupt. Something must give. There must be courage and integrity. So what do I ask? Of course, Mr. Ubel should immediately learn from this and take off 2 of his 3 hats. It is his opportunity to do the right thing. In the June 29th press release about the loss of the meeting video from the prior county commissioners meeting, Mr. Ubel was quoted as follows, commissioners place the highest premium on transparency. This is a wonderful opportunity to demonstrate that highest premium. His too many hats have been at the core of a fundamental lack of transparency with citizens and elected officials that persist to this day. Second, I want to study the remarks of Mr. Painter. Hopefully he'll come up here and read them tonight. Made here today, and appreciate his courage in that Mr. Humphrey and Mr. Ubel signed on to those comments. So that's what I read, and I want to see if it blows up your video system as well. I appreciate what you guys did. I've lived here for 21 years. There's nothing, even my own anniversary, I'll put off the dinner a little bit to say open, transparent, collaborative government is what I as a citizen at least expect, and I will dedicate my time and effort. And I want to thank you guys. I want to thank Lloyd. I want to thank John. I want to thank Matt. I want to thank you for making what I think is a real attempt to create a positive collaborative environment within our county with not just our township, but Miami Township, and hopefully all the townships working together in collaboration with our county government. Thank you very much for the chance to make these remarks, gentlemen. I have copies of things that support this. If anybody'd like any, I'm glad to provide them. Thank you, gentlemen, very much.
All right,
Thank you. Happy anniversary.
Yep, happy anniversary. Appreciate your comments.
Thanks for coming tonight, and I assure you our IT department is very good at, they post our videos on our website, but they're also on Facebook. So if you haven't joined the Union Township, Claremont County Facebook page, they get on there actually quicker, and it's actually easier to watch them on Facebook. And then you can go back 6 months or, whenever to look at old meetings and see what happened and catch up on stuff. So I assure you your comments will be recorded, at least on Facebook and also on our website. In defense of the county commissioners, they're not here to speak on their behalf, and I appreciate you reiterating what you've said, but it's up to them to come forward and do what they have to do with the way they run their government, and I understand that. And we just want to work together better, and we want to make sure everybody's interests are included. And if you're gonna, I understand executive privilege where you have to negotiate things, but when you go to the level of asking for a public tax, it's no longer executive privilege. That's public knowledge, and everybody should have a part in that. So I think it's important, just from a common sense standpoint, to bring your assets to the meeting. And like, when do you want to have all your cannons loaded before you want to make a proposal to a professional sports team? So fortunately, our administration is very good at working on collaborative commercial and new development deals, and they'll continue to do that. And I have all the hope in the world that they'll have more great deals for Union Township coming up. And so thanks to our administration. So thank you for coming out tonight. Is there anyone else who wanted to speak tonight? Sure, Commissioner Painter.
We have one more taker. From the back of the room.
And if you don't mind, for the record, please state your name and address.
My name is David Painter. I live at 1196 Rebel Ridge Road, and I am a seated Claremont County Commissioner.
Thank you for coming tonight.
Good evening.
I wanted to address the board based on a recent hotel lodging tax discussion that has went on between the Claremont County Commissioners and this Board of Trustees. I want you to know that as a member of the Claremont County Board of Commissions, that I value your opinions and suggestions, not only yours, but all townships, villages, cities, and residents. Due to recent actions by Miami Township and you, Union Township Trustees, becoming known to me pertaining to a hotel motel lodging tax proposed by the Claremont County Convention and Visitors Bureau, included in House Bill 49. I want to state my commitment to fair and open discussion of all details prior to consideration to enactment of the subject tax. As a member of the Board of Claremont County Commissioners, I will openly discuss all proposal details whereby enactment of that tax would be considered for use prior to the request of a motion whereby that said lodging tax increase could be approved. As a member of the Claremont County Board of Commissioners, I'm dedicated to assisting Claremont County townships, villages, cities, and citizens with economic growth opportunities that meet the expectations of elected representatives and residents. I will not enact any increase in the current Claremont County motel hotel lodging tax without first fully disclosing all information pertaining to the said use of the additional tax revenue and hearing stakeholders' concerns prior to a decision whereby that additional tax may be used. I'm requesting, and I have requested, that the board direct the Claremont County Administrator to prepare a letter for review, approval, signature, and transmittal by the Claremont County Board of Commissioners stating our commitment to the townships of Miami, Union, Batavia, City of Milford, and those representatives to provide assurance that this board has become aware of the previous communicated concerns by indirect receipt and that no consideration of the subject tax will be taken without discussions with the listed stakeholders. It's further the intent of the Claremont County Board of Commissioners that a meeting be scheduled with the aforementioned parties at a mutual agreed upon convenient time and place, including members of the Claremont County Convention and Visitors Bureau, to provide open discussion of economic opportunities that resulted in the consideration of a hotel motel lodging tax amendment being included in House Bill 49. I requested that the President include this statement in its entirety to be made part of the official record of the Board of Claremont County Commissioners meeting conducted on the 12th day of July, 2017. Gentlemen, both commissioners, Commissioner Ubel and Commissioner Humphrey, have agreed to this letter in open session, and this is how we will proceed. There'll be nothing kept from you. All details will be disclosed. You will have your input and your concerns addressed.
Very good.
Excellent, very
Thank you.
well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming out tonight and reading that.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate your leadership in the matter. Thank you.
Very good job.
Very nice.
And I will say the Convention and Visitors Bureau has reached out to Union Township for more representation, and they have offered to meet with us and actually make a presentation. They haven't taken us up on that yet, but I just requested it be done at one of our public meetings. They can present, we've had them here in the past, and I think it's a good idea from time to time to have them come present what they're working on and how it pertains to the county and Union Township in particular. So